and welcome everyone. I'm your host, and I had a distinct privilege of being a part of a core leadership team that took over one of the most ambitious, inspiring engineering feat of our time, the Hong Kong-Zhuhai-Macao Bridge. Today, I'm excited to take you behind the scenes, providing a project manager perspective on the genesis, challenges, trumps of the monumental endeavor. Back in 1980s, visionary like Gordon Boom Zhuhao planted the seed of a bridge that would connect Hong Kong, Macau, Zhuhao. Fast forward to 2009, after 2 decades of the persistent effort, meticulous planning, navigating regulatory landscape, we embed on a journey that would test the limits of human engineering and project management. This was just not about the building a bridge, it was about building culture, economic, and future. The scale was unprecedented, a 55-kilometer marble cutting through the Pearl River Delta, comprising bridge, a undersea tunnel, and artificial island. Today, join me as we unravel the story behind the Hong Kong-Zhuhao-Macao Bridge, exploring the innovating design, the challenges faced during construction, and the lasting impact that engineering marvel has attached into the landscape of Pearl River Delta.
What sparked the idea for the aspiring bridge corridor to seamlessly link with the Hong Kong's growing trade, Macau's thriving tourist, and Guangdong's cutting-edge technology, Zhuhai Technology Center?
Well, the initial concept dates back to the 1980s when influential figures such as the transportation entrepreneur Gordon Wu recognized huge potential in encouraging more development among us delta cities through the improved logistical links. After almost 2 decades of relentless lobbying and coordinated and feasibility studies focusing on optimal regional and integration model, the grant project was ultimately approved by the central government agencies, Hong Kong administrators, and the mainland Chinese authorities in 2009. This prepared the door for us being our decade-long building marathon of timing and parallel rival deltas, executive and magnificence. So, as a project manager, what were some huge civil engineering challenges for faced and strategic mitigation positions?
When seeking to construct a 4-mile underground tunnel or a 29-mile streamlined bridge merging into an horizon across unstable marine neighborhoods, challenges were indeed multifaced. Unfavorable seabed conditions, such as muddy disk points and different types of slits, made it extremely difficult to analyze the ideal stability parameters for our submerged tube tunnel sections. We also maintained a deep awareness of how our action would affect the environment. For example, we developed sound barriers, shield to shield, for the rare Chinese white dolphins from troublemaking noise pollution caused by the foundation filling machines during the construction. Furthermore, extensive computerized field dynamic simulations modeling maximizing the wind realization capacity against the category of 4 hurricanes touching 340 kilometers per hour were used to the engineer designing flexibility against the delta frequency strong typhoons. As a presentative as a preventative measure against earthquake, thermal bridge, expansion joints, and damping system were included in the seismic probability planning.
The immense scale and complexity of Hong Kong-Zhuhai-Macao Bridge demanded innovative risk assessment and mitigation strategies. Spanning 55 kilometers across the Pearl River estuary, the project demanded meticulous planning and continual refinement. The advanced technologies enable robust risk evaluation and tracking. Geospatial mapping facilitated comprehensive site analysis, while integrated drone monitoring allowed for real-time visibility of progress and condition. The building information modeling enabled detailed structural simulation to identify weaknesses. The strict safety protocols govern heavy machinery operations, while extensive training programs, enhanced workforce preparations, and AI productive maintenance system optimize equivalent reliability to driving the optional efficiency. The prefabricated modular building component reduced on-site assembly risks. As the multi-year project continued, the disaster struck with 12 consecutive workers lose their life. Hazardous site incidents compounded by isolating the lapses in phased measures. Each passing filled hearts with a tremendous sorrow. Still, their sacrifices and are not in vain. The compassionate government assistance aided driving the families as mandatory drove and safety improvements like supplemental crew training and national-wide integration of hard-learned lessons into the construction industries. The process and the refinement based on the continual risk assessment data closed gap to prevent the further losses. Honor those 12 courageous souls, and through the technology innovation, the compensation and compassionate responses and ongoing stakeholder collaboration, the Hong Kong-Zhuhai-Macao Bridge overcome the immense risk and complexities in its journey to completion. It stands as an inspiration for further infrastructure milestone across the globe.
The Hong Kong-Zhuhai-Macao Bridge project has naturally attracted considerable attention locally.
那么我们看到了，广州大桥通车之后，港澳连接只需要30分钟。
它会对我们整个珠海这个经济，包括我们整个珠三角西岸的这个经济，会有一个很大的带动。
那么我们觉得，随着这个港珠澳大桥的这个通车呀，对未来珠海的房地产市场呢，会产生一个巨大的这个推动力。
But for the environment, I don't know whether it.
From 2009 onwards, United Strategy utilized a multiple propaganda approach targeting many major basic infrastructure components concurrently. This involved preliminary tasks such as searching of sea access channels to allow for equipment mobility, casting massive support panel and secondary towers with over 420,000 tons of structural steels, and then installing suffocate cables stay system. This increased overall development by permitting efficient source allocating between current work streams while allowing for continuous engineering design fine-tuning. We then started the intensive construction phases, which includes milestones such as assembling and installing continuous high-strength concrete bridge decks, marine ventilates, and tunnel boring drives, with the goal of completing the project in the stain launching all at once in 2018.
到成为这个整体的时候，我们是从板下料的时候就开始监控，一直到它成型。现在我们下来以后就进入存储区待运，然后到桥位去吊装。
Despite encountering unfrozen delays stemming from geological complications like unexpected seabed complications issues in reclamation zones, finalizing integrated auxiliary facilities, infrastructure, as well as the systematic coordination between our dedicated project directors, as well as our passionate chief contractors, like state-owned civil engineer giants, which is China Communication Construction Company, CCCC, alongside our international specialists and over 5,000 skilled construction laborers who ensured the optimal productivity, culminating into successful commissioning.
With a mega project budget exceeding 20 billion, financing and physical governance must have been a massive complex with a little margin for error. Share some incentives into this fact.
You bring up a good point. Even minor funding errors may easily have resulted in dramatic financial overruns, risking timely completion. Official inflows, including a variety of sources, including the selective sourcing of major product capital investments through channels such as target central government treasury reserves, transferring monies from regional governance budgets, violating specific nationwide infrastructure financial programs, and synergetic banking conservatives, able to offer credit lines to principal contractors. Concurrently, monitoring outward cash withdrawals through careful crafted contractual payout tranches while balancing performance milestones, incentives against the delay penalties necessitates enormous financial disciplines while maintaining official governance using powerful integrated software systems that tracked precious expenditures in real time. Such relentless collaboration between aligned regional and government agencies ensured that the overcoming temporary cash flow stress during the phases of uncertainty, keeping laser focused on the monumental collective vision of engineering iconic infrastructure to stimulate the regional integration in this project.
Kong-Zhuhai-Macao Bridge project was jointly financed by the government of Hong Kong, Macau and mainland China's Zhuhai across the parallel river estuary. Originally budgeted at 18.8 billion Hong Kong dollars with estimated completion of 2016, it faced delays and overruns. The actual cost totaled 20.6 billion by the time it finally opened in October 2018. To supplement public funding and keep within an acceptable budget, our team pioneered a creative revenue initiative. For example, we reclaimed artificial island to develop commercial complex. The rental income will help maintaining the massive bridges, and we also implanted a variable electronic tolls system adjusting rates based on a traffic flow data. We also implanted a variable electronic toll system adjusting rates based on a traffic flow data. This ensures smooth vehicle flow while collecting ample user fees sustainability. It also enables consumption pricing when needed, challenging extra revenue into future capacity upgrades. Through initiatives like these self-financing properties and a high-tech toll system, we also offset cost overruns and delays. The completed 55-kilometer sea crossing now stands as a fast of visionary economics and engineering. It will eventually boost regional tourism growth as a global model for ambition, infrastructure, financing, and budget and management.
From a social impact lens, the most tangible upshot is enabling greater human interconnectedness. As the bridge comprehensively collapsed, traveling time between once several distant Pearl River Delta cities that early took approximately 3 painfully bulky hours to cross now shortened to the barely 30 lubricant minutes. Most significantly, this traveling new economic corridor act as a fixed physical hub, liking Hong Kong perspective intimately with those the mainland China, almost as if faith revealing the Pearl River Delta collecting goals via integrated closeness. In doing so, it brightens new life into area tourism, fosters trade and filling long-term economic strengths for the future generations, all the while stand tall as a modern evidence to the overwhelming strength of coordinated human goals rising to achieve previously impossible undertaking.
Additionally, by boosting Zhuhai's capital market service and tech stores through the Compare Expo, with Hong Kong's buildings and finance hub. The bridge corridor commends the city's strategic position in China's Greater Bay Area integration while simulating infrastructural development in peripheral zones.
As we prepare to wrap up, any final closing perspective to share on the coordinating this remarkable project?
Coordinating multifaceted ventures like these expand the realism of what are deemed possible, requiring marshalling immense expertise across channels ranging from indigenous architectural vision, perseverant project leadership, seamless construction, choreography, and skillful fiscal oversight. We are honored to have a lead team persistently manifesting this spectacular dream into a tangible reality. When gleaming visual silently glides under the bridge, elegant towers melding into the shimmering horizon or car zones into the intricate engineered tunnels joining once distinct shores, citizens enjoyed connectivities and rich prosperity, deeply indebted to the visionary and laborers who made the impossible possible. Those affecting words make a fitting closer to the episode uncovering the magnifying Hong Kong-Zhuhai-Macao Bridge secrets. I'm Purnima Singh, signing off the exceptional project manager Yash, Kevin, Lalit, and Maktoum.
This is Yash Jinde signing off another riveting edition of Mega Scale Marvels Uncovered. We salute the brave, ambitious, and relentless coordination between planners, architects, contractors, and policymakers, rising to overcome the engineering feats one deemed improbable.